Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about some tips and tricks that I use when I'm making music, how my workflow is when I do these kind of things, some music theory. And today's tip is how to take a major chord, usually a 4 major chord, in this case F major in the C major scale, to an F minor, to a major chord, which is the home chord, the 1 major. And the way that I usually do this is the way that's most commonly used is if you take a 4 chord, take a minor 4 chord, and then play this 1 major inversion where you have the 3rd in the bass. And it does have some dissonance because you have this G sharp and A flat in it, which is not part of this C major scale. It doesn't really fit more compared to a normal G, which is the 5th. But it does have some tension, but that's okay because it's fine because it resolves. And then the second way that I really like using is this G major scale where you go to where I'm playing the C major as the 4th. So the chord progression is 4, 4 minor, 3 minor, and I play 3 minor 7, and then it's to a 6 minor 7. And you go to this B minor 7, and you go to an E minor 7. It's pretty nice and resolved. You can then go back to the 1 major. It'll sound really nice. And then the final way is to modulate between keys. And modulation is just when you take 2 keys that are on the circle of fifths. Really, it doesn't have to be a circle of fifths, but usually people like to think about it as circle of fifths. And modulate between the 2 of them means to just go back and forth between those home scales. So the scales that we're going to be modulating between is the E flat major scale and the F major scale. And the reason it's E flat major instead of F minor scale or something like that is because F minor is the 2 minor chord of an E flat major. So you can nicely resolve it with something called the 2-5-1, which is when you take the 2 minor chord, the 5 dominant chord, and the 1 major chord of any scale. And that's a chord progression that you can use in any scale to make it sound nice. And you can use this to modulate between keys. And another really nice way to modulate is to use the ninth. Because if you think about it, F major has the 9th of G. And F minor 7 also has the 9th of G. So going back and forth between the two using the 9th as a tonal center doesn't sound too bad. Like that chord progression, that sounded not too bad, but if you want to really make it nice, you can play the F minor scale on top of a 2-5-1, so it sounds something like this. Actually, this is a blues scale. See, that was kind of dramatic, but if I did it a bit more, it doesn't sound too bad. So I can make it sound So using the 2-5 as a key change really works, and you can go back and forth between the keys and nothing will sound weird. That's kind of just giant steps, another famous jazz standard. So hopefully this was useful to you guys, or if you learned something new. Thanks for watching. I'm probably going to make more of these kind of videos soon, so bye.